NTNU scandal, latest disciplinary actions announced. Taiwan screens 400,000 kids for developmental delays. Typhoon Danna's fallout draws public, political criticism. World's oldest marathon runner dies in hit and run at 114. China's growth beats expectations as Trump tariffs loom. China installs giant inflatable dome to reduce construction pollution. Superman and DC Studios soar to $122 million opening. Jane Birkin's original Hermès bag sells for $10 million.
Hello, I'm Jasmine. Thank you for joining us on FUNDAY News. It is Thursday, July 17th, World Day for International Justice. And here are your top stories. And for today's Taiwan news, Taiwan's NTNU faces backlash over a blood for credit scandal involving its women's soccer team. The Education Ministry fined the school $1.1 million and suspended its IRB approval. Coach Zhu is under investigation. NTNU apologized, calling Zhu's actions bullying. He has been suspended pending faculty review, and the school pledged to support affected students. Taiwan's Health Ministry offers 6 free developmental screening for children under 7. Over 400,000 screenings were completed in the year, identifying 25,000 suspected delays. Another 63,000 cases require follow-up or health education. Parents are urged to follow the schedule for early intervention. After Typhoon Danna's hit southern Taiwan, officials praised fast recovery efforts, but victims and lawmakers criticized the response as delayed. Concerns also rose over broken solar panels, possibly polluting the environment. Though initial tests show no contamination. And in global news, the world's oldest marathon runner, Fajia Singh, who was still competing after turning 100, died in a hit and run on Monday. He was 114, born in rural India in 1911, before later moving to London. Singh earned the nickname the Turbaned Tornado after taking up marathon running in his late 80s. He went on to complete 9 events. He was considered the world's oldest marathon runner, though he never secured a Guinness World Record because he didn't have a birth certificate.
According to Indian police, an unknown vehicle struck Singh while he was walking on a road near his native village of Bees, in the northwestern Indian state of Punjab. He was taken to the hospital, where he succumbed to injuries sustained to his head and ribs. Police arrested a suspect on Tuesday after examining CCTV footage, adding that a case has been registered for negligent driving and culpable homicide not amounting to murder. The 26-year-old accused lives overseas, and his family in Canada has been informed, as he was brought before the Jalandhar District Court. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi led nationwide tributes, calling Singh an exceptional athlete with incredible determination.
China's economy has beaten expectations, even as U.S. President Donald Trump's tariffs and prolonged crisis in the property market weigh on growth. Official figures show the country grew by 5.2% in the 3 months to the end of June, compared to the same period last year. That's better than the 5.1% forecast by many economists. The country has so far avoided a sharp downturn, partly due to measures announced by Beijing to support the economy and a fragile trade truce with Washington.
China's National Bureau of Statistics said in a statement that the economy withstood pressure and made steady improvement despite challenges. Officials said economic growth was supported by a 6.4% expansion in manufacturing, driven by higher demand for 3D printing devices, electric vehicles, and industrial robots. The country's services sector, which includes areas like transport, finance, and technology, also made gains. However, in June, retail sales growth slowed to 4.8% compared to a year earlier. Official figures also showed a drop in China's new home prices in June. The data suggests the country's real estate industry continues to struggle despite several rounds of measures to support property prices.
Measuring 20,000 square meters, the dome is designed to protect the surrounding neighborhoods from dust and noise during construction. A viral video shows the incredible moment the inflatable structure swallows up the building site in the city of Jinan. Viewers can see the domes gradually inflating to its enormous size through a jaw-dropping time-lapse. Mao Ning, a spokesperson from China's Foreign Ministry, revealed the giant dome in a Facebook post.
The balloon uses negative pressure and air filtration systems to prevent construction dust from affecting nearby areas. Its design is said to allow for easy inflation and dismantling, enabling quick deployment wherever needed. The dome is made from lightweight PVDF-coated polyester, with 4 large fans keeping it inflated. The Bridge Chronicle reported that transparent panels let in natural sunlight, keeping the interior well lit during the day without the need for artificial lighting. This comes as China continues to face issues with many of its major construction projects. A giant skyscraper in the city of Tianjin remained unfinished for nearly a decade before construction finally resumed.
In a bid to kick off a new era for DC Studios, James Gunn's Superman opened with 122 million in ticket sales in the US and Canada over the weekend. DC and Warner Brothers had a lot riding on Superman. While the Walt Disney Cars Marvel Studios had its own share of struggles, the superheroes of DC have recently found mostly kryptonite at the box office. Films like Joker Folly Ardor, The Flash, and Shazam, Fury of the Gods are flopped.
But Superman, written and directed by Gunn, is intended as a fresh start. It's the first release fully overseen by Gunn and Peter Safran, co-heads of DC Studios, since they were handed the keys to DC's superhero cinematic universe. While Gunn turned Guardians of the Galaxy into a massive success for Marvel, his irreverent, idiosyncratic style made him an unlikely steward for one of cinema's most bankable and beloved brands. The roughly on-target opening was the third largest of 2025, and the first DC title to surpass $100 million on opening weekend since Wonder Woman in 2017. Warner Brothers could also celebrate a unique hot streak. Superman is their 5th consecutive film to open with more than $45 million.
Scuffed, scratched, and stained. This black leather Birkin bag just sold for $10 million, becoming the most expensive handbag ever sold at auction. The first Birkin ever created by Hermès, the bag was designed for British actor and singer Jane Birkin. The Francophone-style icon used it nearly every day from 1985 to 1994, before it became the ultimate symbol of luxury. On Thursday, the relevant bag was sold by Sotheby's in an online auction of notable luxury fashion.
During a live stream of the sale, gasps could be heard as the bidding climbed higher and higher. The 10-minute bidding war among 9 collectors ultimately ended with a private collector from Japan emerging victorious. Morgan Halimi, Sotheby's global head of handbags and accessories, called the historic sale an important milestone in the history of fashion and luxury. In 2022, Sotheby's sold a white diamond-studded, diamond Himalaya Birkin for over $450,000, while Christie's sold a crocodile skin version for nearly $390,000 in 2021. The previous record for the most expensive handbag was held by a diamond and crocodile Kelly bag, which sold for $513,040.
The answer for yesterday was D, reverse. It is sometimes possible to arrest or reverse the disease. Did you answer correctly? Now let's dive into today's news. Superman and DC Studios soar to 122 million opening. Number 1. Bankable. 值得投资的，有赚钱能力的。The actor is very bankable and guarantees a hit movie. Number 2. Beloved. 深受喜爱的，心爱的。The beloved teacher was loved by all her students. Number 3. Hot streak. 连续走运，连胜纪录。The basketball player is on a hot streak, scoring in every game this season. Next, we have a multiple choice question for everyone to practice. Which answer would you choose? You can write your answer in the comment section. The correct answer will be announced tomorrow. In an effort to recognize the continually developing system of international justice, World Day for International Justice was founded, also called the Day of International Criminal Justice. It It is observed on July 17th to mark the adoption of the treaty that created the International Criminal Court, known as the Rome Statute, in 1998. And that's all for today's FUNDAY News. Be sure to tune into FUNDAY News from Monday to Friday and click the link below to join FUNDAY for free. I'm Jasmine, your host. I'll see you next time.